Hey guys, it's Davey here from PhoneBuff.com, and in this video I'm giving you the top 3 reasons or top 3 advantages to buying a Nexus branded Android smartphone over just about any other type of Android smartphone out there. So obviously you can make an argument for or against the Nexus lineup, but for the purpose of this video I'm doing an argument for it, giving you the reasons why I actually picked up the Galaxy Nexus and also why I plan on buying the next Nexus phone once it drops with Android 5.0 Jelly Bean. So the first reason is developer support. And basically what that means is this is the phone, or the Nexus is the phone, that app developers are actually using to test their apps on to make sure that everything works flawlessly, to make sure there's no bugs or force close issues or anything like that. So what does that mean for you? It means that if you have a Nexus phone, you're going to get greater developer support. Your phone is going to run the apps, the way the developer meant it to be ran, and you're just going to have a better experience. But it's kind of like a double-edged sword because in the beginning, when you get a Nexus phone, for example, when I got the Galaxy Nexus with Android 4.0, a lot of the apps were actually broken, so it's kind of backwards. I mean, a lot of the apps were incompatible with the Galaxy Nexus because developers hadn't yet made their apps compatible with it. But a few months down the line, everything was sorted out. And now this phone, I mean, pretty much every description that you see with the app, it says it works on the Galaxy Nexus. So that's an advantage. The next advantage is that there's no manufacturer bloatware on this guy. I mean, that's an awesome thing. Obviously the Verizon version of the Galaxy Nexus has a few apps on there from Verizon. This is the unlocked HSPA Plus version. And if you look at it, I mean, there's just no apps on here from T-Mobile, which is the carrier I'm running it on. There's no apps from Samsung. It's just pretty much pure Google. And obviously that's something that you're gonna like a lot if you don't want things that you on your phone that you haven't installed yourself. Obviously you could get a lot of stuff that it's value added by the carrier or manufacturer, but I don't know, personally I like to have the choice, and I feel like if you really wanted something, there's an app for that. So that's the second advantage. And the third one, and probably the main reason why you'd want to get a Nexus phone, is the longevity or the support that you get with this guy. So this guy's running Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. Obviously Ice Cream Sandwich has been out since November, and yet only 8% of the phones out there are actually running it. So, and the first one being the Galaxy Nexus. The next phone after the Galaxy Nexus was the Nexus S, and obviously it took about 3 or 4 months for it to get that. And a lot of people were complaining about that, saying, oh, it's a Nexus phone, so it's supposed to get updated fast. But the reality is it still got updated a lot faster than most of the other Android phones out there, and even new Android phones before they even launched. So getting a Nexus keeps you updated. And not only that, I mean, it's not about just the speed of updates, it's also how many updates you get as far as the lifespan of the phone. So if you look at this chart right now, you can see that the Nexus phone, in this case it's the HTC Nexus One, it was getting updated to the next version of Android a lot more often, a lot faster, and basically longer than any other Android phone. And it was like basically comparative to the iPhone at that time, which was always getting the next version, even if it was the older model. So basically what that means is the Nexus is pretty much the only phone that has the same longevity as does a phone like the iPhone. And that's something I really noticed. I mean, I got the Galaxy S with T-Mobile, which was called the Vibrant. It had 2.1 when it came, and I was really hoping to get 2.2 because all the speed improvements and whatnot. And by the time I got 2.2, 2.3 had already been released. So it was almost already like old news, and I always felt like I was one step behind with that phone. Obviously I rooted it and got the new version on there, but most consumers aren't going to do that. So that's definitely a disadvantage to not getting a Nexus phone, because with a Nexus phone you don't have to worry about that. And if you do like rooting, well, no phone's better supported in the developer community than the Nexus phones anyway. So that's pretty much, I mean, the main reasons. I mean, you get updated to the latest version of Android and your phone lasts a lot longer. You're gonna have the phone that developers are actually using their apps to test on, and also you're not gonna have manufacturer bloatware on here taking up memory for no reason. And also, I mean, you don't have to scroll through a whole bunch of pages that you don't have to. I mean, definitely a lot to love there. Anyways, just wanted to make a quick video about that. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching the video.